Yes, us. Welcome to the Kefi Life Podcast. My name is Kiki Vale, and I'll be your guide to creating a life of Ola Kala, all is well. Together, we'll get back to the basics, and we'll explore fresh new ways to flourish in mind, body, and soul the Greek way. You can look forward to interviews, stories, essential self-care strategies, recipes, and actionable takeaway Ola Kala moments. This is going to be so much fun. Let's get going. Πάμε! Our Lexi for today is Synergeio or workshop. A little bit ago, I had the opportunity to step away from the fatigue of the day and attend a Synergείο or workshop. It was so uplifting. I discovered a part of myself that I had missed. I got to remember a way to de-stress, and that was doodling, something I did years prior. The Synergείο or workshop was the platform. People, friends, participating in a Synergείο or workshop that speaks to your heart may be the vehicle to drive you back to you. This season on the Kefi Life Podcast, we are thrilled to partner with Infuse Well Concierge, your trusted source for IV hydration, vitamin drips, aesthetics, and metabolic wellness. Olya, a registered nurse, works alongside a double-board certified medical doctor and a team of medical professionals to create customized treatments that help you optimize longevity, restore balance, and bring your best self forward. Hydrate, energize, and glow from the inside out with vitamin drips. Whether you need a post-travel pick-me-up, an immunity boost, or a beauty refresh, Infuse Well Concierge delivers wellness with precision and luxury. Welcome back to Kefi Life, the podcast. And I'm supposed to speak from my heart, not from my head, according to my guests. So I'm not reading anything. I'm just going to go with it.
I love it.
This is good. So Christina Angelos is with us, and we are in the middle of the Buzz for Longevity Paths to Renewal series. And this series is designed and created with you in mind, my follower and my listener, to help you feel better about life, feel better about yourself through different natural modalities. And we underestimate and take for granted the most simple things like art. Okay, so art therapy is a modality to feel better. And I'm going to now introduce you to somebody that I met by chance at my sponsor. Well, we're partners. Infuse Well Concierge of Hinsdale is our partner for this series. Christina Angelos was there at the grand opening, and so was I. And we clicked immediately because we're both Greek and we're kindred spirits. She's younger than I am, but boy, I feel like we're just like so aligned. How are you, Christina?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, Kiki. I'm so happy to be here with you. This is so fun.
Oh my God. It is a lot of fun because we have so much in common, but also you are truly an artist.
Yes.
And I believe that art is a form of wellness.
Oh, for sure.
Would you say that? Like, how would you capitalize that?
So for me, when I was back in college, and I really don't share this often, but I'm willing to share it with your followers, to be a testimony that art comes out of necessity. When I started making art is because I truly needed it. My soul was craving depth. My heart was craving like an outlet. I needed a way to express my emotions. At the time, I was going through grief and some really hard points in my life where I was choosing my life path. You know, I was in college. It's like there's so many directions you can go in. It's very chaotic and confusing. And it's a really hard time. I mean, life in general is just hard. There's things in life that are not easy, and we all need a way to process what's happening in our emotions. And when you're in a state of like fear or grief or depression, you need to kind of climb your way out of it. And so for me, when I was at that low point in my life, it's not that I came to art because I thought, oh, one day I'm going to be this amazing, like, artist and paint beautiful seascapes of Greece. Like, I didn't become an artist for the vanity or the fame or any of those reasons. I started making art because my heart and my soul deeply needed it as an outlet. And it was a form of healing for me at the time. And I ran with it, and I keep doing it, not for others, but it's nice that now others can share my work. But at first it started for me to heal.
And, you know, it fills your spirit. And that's what I like about this series is that we're trying to do things that fill your spirit, but also fill your mind, body, and soul.
Yes.
Ola Kala, all is well, flourish in
Yes.
the mind, body, and spirit. You said something about grief, and
Yes.
we all grieve differently.
Definitely.
Whether it's a death, whether it's a job loss, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
wanting something so desperately and we don't attain it.
Yeah.
But when my mother was ill at the end of her life, my sister Stacy bought my mother a doodling coloring book.
Ooh.
And she would color as a way to keep her mind occupied. And my
Mm-hmm.
mother did like to draw, as a matter of fact.
I love it.
So I
That's
like that.
sweet.
And today I joined you on location at Portestino for a doodling class.
Yeah, I love it.
So let's keep building on this conversation with art therapy, healing.
Yeah, so the workshop today at Portofino was magical. It's healing because there's so many things about that workshop that are healing. The first thing I will say is gathering of women, connection, being in real life, feeling each other's energy and just laughing together and
Yes.
being together
And sharing stories.
and sharing stories. It's so necessary for us as women to connect on a deeper way and just like be able to have that safe space to talk about what's on our minds or talk about, what we're going through with each other. And I love how our conversations were very vulnerable at the workshop, very open, very inspiring. Like we were very motivational to each other and just like teaching each other just like fun little things. And so, first of all, the healing that takes place at those workshops for your soul with that connection is so important. But then, on an individual level, we have the art and we have the doodling. And for me, doodling starts as this way to silence your thoughts and silence your racing mind and your racing thoughts. And so I also struggled in the past with like anxiety and like stress and feeling like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders and a million things on my to-do list and just like this like anxiousness of like the world, like you feel like you have to take it all on yourself. And what happens is the world tries to, make you all crazy, but it's up to you to choose peace. And we talked about that today. And choosing peace means taking conscious steps and doing things that create peace. And so, this doodling on a post it note is a tool to create that peace. And so, what we did while we were talking, we were doodling and filling up the page. And the doodling allows your heart to create space for peace and stillness. And when you do it in isolation, even though today we were together and we were talking and it was like relaxing and meditative and fun, I recommend trying to do it in stillness and doing the doodles in peace and silence at your house. And start with a post-it note because when you fill the post-it note, we talked about the reward system in your brain. You fill it up and it triggers that serotonin and you get like that satisfaction that you finished something.
Yeah.
So that's like a really cool little like like neurological hack you can do on yourself is finish it, get that pleasure reward that you did that. But on a deeper level though, what drawing does for you is it creates space and it clears your soul so that you can hear God and you can hear what your heart is speaking to you because the Holy Spirit truly like lives inside of all of us. And so it's up to us to take time to connect with our own spirit because the world tries to keep us busy and hurried and rushed, but it's up to us to consciously make time for our spirit and our soul and connect with what your heart is trying to tell you. And that's what drawing does for me. And that's what I try to teach.
And I find it so fascinating that once we started doodling, we each had a recollection. And I recalled I started doodling just arrows. And I used to doodle arrows when I was in school all day long. Yeah. Oh, she got it. So this is my doodle project today. She's holding this up. So I'm
love
like,
it.
why am I doodling arrows? Now, later in life, as I have children, I'm doodling hearts. But I couldn't remember that I doodled arrows until I sat down to a little post-it and started doodling arrows again. And so that felt good because I remembered my childhood.
Yeah.
But you said something interesting about the spirit. And with your business, Christina Angelos Studios, which is two parts, and you'll tell us what those two parts are, you used one of my most favorite words, which is evdaimonia.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you are educating followers on evdaimonia. So please educate us now.
Yeah. And so evdaimonia is an ancient Greek philosophy coined by Aristotle, and he taught us how to live a life that is flourishing. And so in order for us to flourish as individuals, it takes a foundation of discipline, sophrosini in Greek. And so I have a whole philosophical watercolor collection that teaches about the different philosophies to build up to a life of sustained spiritual joy and fulfillment and flourishing. And I also have a free guide on my website too, teaching you the 7 daily habits on how to create a daily practice that embodies eudaimonia.
Wow.
And so the 7 daily habits, it's about discipline, and it's about, practicing creating joy. You're creating love. You're creating space for the fruits of the spirit. Really, that's what it comes down to, is self-control, and then joy, gentleness, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gratefulness, gratitude. I have a whole thing on gratitude.
Your eyes say all of it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I
they
get
do.
so passionate when I talk about
Yeah,
it.
you're sparkling right now.
Oh, and it's like, that's what we're designed to be. It's like we're designed to radiate love and joy and gratitude. And that's what brings us closer to our own spirit. Those are the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Like, that's what we're meant to be doing, is sharing that with others and expanding it into our own lives and practicing it at an individual level. And again, drawing is like the tool that helps us find that inner peace.
And what I really like about it is, like, as soon as you sit down, this is so, I can't even explain this unless you experience Christina at one of her shows. But as soon as she sat down, she brought her pens. These are her tools. But this is kind of like her appendages. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she handed paper and pen and she goes, okay, let's go. So that, I don't know what that feeling is, that interactive engagement that makes me automatically, my blood pressure goes down, not that it's high, but I automatically feel comfortable.
Good.
Seriously, that's really special. I love it.
It is.
I love it. And what you're doing is truly special. And people can just, look, you said to me, well, you said I was an artist because of my emotions.
Everyone, I think my philosophy is that every single human being is a creator, because we are made by the creator. Therefore, we are all creators.
Oh, I love it.
Naturally.
Nice.
And so it's just tapping into your creator,
And
inner creator.
And I think when people give up their creativity, one expression that I got out of today's doodling session was, love what you do or hate what you're doing. Okay. And we have to listen. This life is meant to be lived and loved. Yes, we have our hardship, we have our adversity, we have our grief, we have our, our cycles of life. But on a daily basis, overall, how are we spending our time?
Yes.
And art, what's nice about that is that if we create our own piece, it's so personal to us.
Yes.
So when I was at Poor Destino, I have to throw this in there. Christina has curated that space. So it's a coffee shop. They also sell drinks. So let our audience know, for those that don't know what it means to curate a space, that's you designed it?
So I have artists from Chicagoland and Australia and Florida. And I basically brought together a collection of art that is telling a story. And so when they're put together, it's like this moment and this feeling of, bringing in the divine energy and that visceral experience of nature and our emotions and like the world around us and peace. And it's like you're creating an ambiance and you're interacting with the art on a more intimate level, because you're there, you're sitting, you're having a drink, you're socializing with your friends, you're looking at the art, you're kind of thinking, what is that? What am I actually looking at? And so it's like this whole interactive experience. And that's what I love curating and basically creating, is this whole experience of like bringing the art into our lives and mingling with the art in this intimate, really fun way.
Kudos. Like, and there's a Greek word, I think you know it, evye, and it's like congratulations.
Thank you.
Because a lot of the colors were neutral earth tones. And as a matter of fact, I was so drawn to one of your pieces of art that I bought it.
Yay. So this is the doorway to peace.
Ooh.
And I'm so happy for you to have this in your home. It's so special and meaningful. And I definitely made it with so much intention for someone who's looking to create more peace in their life, because the whole premise of this painting is telling a story of how we have to choose peace daily. It's a conscious choice you have to make. And through your daily actions and the way that you move throughout your day, you have to choose intention and choose the peace. And that's how you get closer to yourself and how you find what you truly want to do in your life and really get to know yourself through that peace.
Now, when it comes to your business, because you do have a degree in art education,
Yes.
but what you've done is you've taken your craft and your love of art and you've turned it into a business. What are the two parts of your business?
So it's so funny how just like things naturally evolve. And I think to anyone wanting to start their own business, my advice would be to not have an end goal in mind, but just to keep following little whispers and little callings and just keep tiptoeing. And it kind of just grows naturally, just like you water a plant every day and you have to wait for it to grow. And so it started with doodling and then it became me painting. And then I started making a website and I was selling my own paintings, but I was also teaching. And so I found a way to actually create lessons. And I have a website now that's built out and it has an art gallery. And I now represent other Greek women artists from Australia, from New York, from Florida, and Chicago, which is like, again, if you would have asked me even last year if I would be doing this, I would have thought you were crazy.
How innovative, but also like you're sharing. Like, I love this connection.
Yes. And it's just, I don't even know if I like it's like part of you is like, can I even handle doing this? Like, am I like worthy to do this? And it's like, yes, because if God puts that, again, you're quiet enough to hear the whisper of that yes, you just follow it and you just do it. And you're just like, okay, I'm just surrendering and trusting that this is what I'm meant to be doing. And so yeah, there's a gallery end to my website. It's like an online art gallery, and then we do pop-up locations like Portofino in Hinsdale, Portofino in Elmhurst, and we're looking at other fun locations to pop up our art and do amazing curated installations. And so instead of like a traditional gallery, the gallery has become like these fun, like interactive local spots that we can hang out in, we can mingle in, we can do workshops in, we can share the art in, we can bring it into our homes. And so it's not a traditional gallery, it's like this fun new concept.
It's a great new concept, and it's a great way for people to, like you say, even though they're talking, listen to their inner voice. Because
Yes.
today I experienced that each of us was recalling a memory.
Yes.
We were feeling good. We were releasing that serotonin. We talked a little bit about Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
And he's fascinating because he was a physicist, he was a mathematician, he was an artist. And is it true? Do you know this statistics? I want to make sure I say this right, but or I share it correctly. I think when he was painting the Sistine Chapel, like he was almost upside down. He was like,
Yeah.
he was standing, it was years where he
Mhm.
was in this very difficult position with his body to paint the dome, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes. And to me, that is an act of pure, like, spiritual, like, clairvoyance. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, that to
Right.
me is like an artist's job is to connect with the spirit and to bring out emotions and bring to light how our souls are perceiving the physical world. And so that's really what I try to do with my own work is like bring out our spiritual perception of reality because we don't know how to perceive like like our eyes can only show us so much, right? Our senses can only tell us so much, but we can perceive the world through our soul. And so that's what I'm trying to communicate with my art. And these lines that you see, they're very abstract. And it's like, how are you deeply seeing the water through your heart, not just through your eyes? And so that's what the job of an artist is to help people understand and perceive the world through emotion and through love and through joy. Like what do these emotions look like?
And so much of that for me is in nature.
Yes.
Take me outside. Take me to the thalassa. That's a sea. I'm a thalassophile.
Yes.
Take me to the trees. Take me to the sequoias. Take me to the mountains. My son's playing football in Utah now.
You're speaking my language.
Oh, girl, I am mesmerized by the mountains.
Yes.
And you said something about bringing a memory, like you had this show called
Yes.
Moments in Greece.
Yes.
So let's say we go to Greece. You showed me another picture of a table full of vibrant vegetables, cheeses, wines, beers, and the picture for you is you paint it because you want to remember something in that trip that made you
Yes.
feel good.
Exactly. You're remembering not only the moment of when you took that photo, you're remembering the feeling, like the emotional sensation you were experiencing in your body, in your bones, in your skin, in your heart, that feeling that you felt when you were there.
Oh,
So let's transport ourselves right now
please.
mentally.
Let's do
So
it.
let's go to Greece where we're swimming in the water. You can
Oh,
feel the salt
oh,
on your skin. You're smelling the crisp air. You're feeling the sun on your skin. You're moving through the water. You can smell, you can taste, you can hear the waves. All of your senses are being activated and your soul is being revived. And so you're feeling awe, inspiration. You're feeling this grand presence of your creator like all around you. And so that's like a very elevated emotion, elevated feeling. And so our goal in creating eudaimonia, to go back, creating eudaimonia means having that elevated emotion sustained throughout your everyday life. Okay, so we're in Greece, we're feeling it, we're loving it. We're like going to eat afterwards, we're ordering everything on the menu, we're getting like wine drunk with our friends and family at the taverna.
we're not leaving for a
We're not
day.
leaving for a day, we're hanging out, and
You
it's
start
like
dancing.
start dancing, you're just stuffing your face with octopus and all the good things, cracking jokes.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't want to go home, and it's
Uh-uh.
like the best. Like you just are tired from swimming all day in the sun, but you're like cool and chilling because you're just like so happy. If you haven't been to Greece yet, I hope you go.
We're talking to the audience because I've been plenty of times.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But I love that feeling. And so what
Yes.
I figured out was when I came home after Greece, I would be sad and I would be like melancholy and just like
I like the way you said,
uninspired.
I would be sad.
Sad. I don't know. America, concrete.
Yeah.
Like it's like we're very disconnected with nature, especially in the suburbs. I feel like the most connection I feel with nature in the suburbs is looking at the sun or like the sky. But other than that, it's really hard to connect with nature and those
Right.
feelings, those elevated emotions that bring us so much joy and inspiration and awe and admiration and just pure bliss. That's what we want. That's what we want to feel every day, is like the bliss and the joy and the happiness. And so it's hard to connect to that feeling in the present moment while you're here in Chicago, especially in the winter when the days are shorter, you're not connected to the sun as much, you're inside a lot and it gets really cold. And so that's actually when I developed my style of art, was in the dead of winter in Chicago.
Really?
Yes, dead of winter in college, super sad, in a classroom, fluorescent lighting. It's like hard to feel that elevated emotion of Greece. It's almost impossible. But I realized that through looking at my photographs, I could transport myself back in time into that memory. And I could feel those feelings of the water. And I could feel the feelings of what it was like to be at that taverna and eating with my friends and family. Because what's happening is you're looking at it and it's triggering your body. Your body remembers that emotion. And so when you look at the photo, you remember what it's like to be there, and the photo becomes a portal to bring you closer to that feeling. And so you're able to feel it now in the present moment. And that's what's so powerful about drawing. And this is what I teach. So this is like the second part of my business, is the education portion. And this is what I teach: how to embody those elevated emotions now in the present through looking at your memories and drawing them.
And that is truly, you don't have to be like extremely gifted where you've gone to school for years and years and years. Anybody can sit down to a piece of paper and pencil and pen, maybe start painting watercolors, maybe start paint by numbers. I don't know. But I agree with what you said. And Christina, the Buzz for Longevity Paths to Renewal series is such a labor of love for me, because we get to meet people like you who bring us back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
We forget that it's all at our fingertips. So
Totally.
give us some like tips as we near the end here, some pointers for how art can be therapeutic and how it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course they can come to your website and
Yeah.
register for classes.
Of course. But my first tip is to get out a Post-it note and your favorite pen and put it by the remote control by your TV at night. So if you already have a habit of maybe watching TV at night, instead of clicking the remote right away, you see the pen and the paper, and then you can sit on your couch and you can fill up your Post-it note. And so it starts there, taking a few moments, like even 5 minutes. This is my 5-minute rule. And all the courses are designed to help you start with a small piece of paper for 5 minutes a day. That's it. Just 5 minutes of your time, 5 minutes of calm, 5 minutes of stillness, 5 minutes of peace. Start there, fill up your page with doodles. And then, when you start getting more comfortable, that's the beauty of abstraction, is like you can look at your photographs from Greece and you can draw them in an abstract way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's perfect. It doesn't matter if it's good. It's abstract.
Yeah, I love it.
And so that's what I teach in the courses
Oh,
on my website, how to loosen up and get rid of that perfectionism inside of you and just really express yourself.
it's like when you sat down, you said, here.
Yeah, exactly.
There are no rules. I'm like, this is not looking right. You said, there are no rules.
There are no rules.
Just start going with the pen.
Yes. Follow your intuition.
That's great. That's great. So art therapy is truly one more modality to feeling better. I'd like to say thank you so much. Christina Angelos Studios is on the World Wide Web. Give us some places like social media where we can come and see you.
So obviously my website is ChristinaAngelosStudios.com. That's the home of the art gallery and the education portal. So you can register for the online courses. There's lots of fun options. Feel free to message me or email me if you're not sure where to start, but I can help you if you're on whatever part of your art journey you're on. A lot of it's for beginners, so it's all there for you. Oh. And then on Instagram, I'm Christina Angelos Studios, and then then TikTok and YouTube, it's called Create Eudaimonia.
Oh, love it. And you really do a good job of keeping this so interactive. All your posts and the things that you share are educational, but entertaining.
Fun.
So yeah, fun. Exactly. Kefi. Yeah.
Love it.
So I highly recommend that people check it out and consider visiting Christina Angelos Studios and getting into art therapy. By the way, 2 more questions. The first one is, what do you enjoy doodling? Is there anything you particularly like to doodle?
I love drawing the water in an abstract way. And like how my body, it's like a body memory. So it's like it's just like whatever my body is remembering from the water, my hand naturally just kind of like does these like squiggly lines that mimics like waves in the water. So you'll see that theme throughout all of the works that I create, which is kind of cool. Even in the door piece, like those little lines, it's like that's like movements of the water flowing through everything.
And I think when you look at something, it is important to see some type of movement.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, movement. Let's just say I like movement. I think it's important. Okay, and the final question is, Christina Angelos, and you can take a minute to think about this if you like, but I'm going to ask you the question, you're going to answer it. Okay. Christina Angelos, artist extraordinaire, my Greek friend for life. In my life, I've learned that.
I like that question. I think I know what to say. In my life, I've learned that your past does not determine your future. And no matter what background you have, no matter what conditioning you were brought up with, no matter, what circumstances you were born into, it doesn't matter. Like it's up to you to choose to create the life that you want. You have the choice of how your life is going to be. You have the choice of how every day is going to be. You can create your day. And if you can create your day, you can create your life. And so that's the biggest motto that I love to embody and be. And I love even that we're doing this podcast is like a dream of mine to be like a guest on a podcast, which is amazing. But it's like, I love what I do so much.
Yes.
And I want our listeners to really tap into their own self and think, what would my ideal day look like? And then work backwards from there.
That's brilliant.
That's what I do. And I journal about it and I write about it. It works.
But guess what's so interesting about that? It's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Why do we stop ourselves? Why do we stop ourselves?
I mean, it's fear. A lot of like we are scared. A lot of the times we're scared of these subconscious blocks. Like we're scared of success. We're scared of how other people in our family that love us will treat us if they think that we're more successful than them.
Yeah.
There's different blocks at different levels. We want to stay comfortable. We want to stay accepted by everyone. And if you do something different, you're seen as different, and then you're scared that you won't be loved.
Right.
So it's always a subconscious fear of not being loved, I think.
So we have to start by loving ourselves.
Yes.
And then we can love others.
Yes.
And love is an imperative word there. And I, Sagapo,
Aw, Sagapo, Susana.
I think you're great. And thank you for doing this interview. And I wish you a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. I'm so excited.
Christina is really a breath of fresh air, and I bet you her art will inspire you to find that peace that we discussed during this fabulous interview. In the meantime, join us on December 18th for more of Kefi Live, the podcast. We'll go live on location in Hawaii for a luau. The Buzz to Longevity Paths to Renewal series continues with Dance Therapy. Eleolado, olive oil, has been celebrated in the civilized world for millennia. Nearly eternal, the oil of this fruit has been more than just food to the cultures of the Mediterranean region. It's been medicinal, ceremonial, sacramental, and the foundation of great wealth and power. It is safe to say that olive oil is the ethos, the essence of Greek culinary culture. Today, the priceless and life-giving ingredients of this liquid gold can be delivered to you when you purchase your premium bottle of Kefi Life extra virgin olive oil from the region my parents were born, the Peloponnese. The coveted Koroneiki olive is extensively cultivated here in the southern part of Greece, which offers the unique microclimate needed to grow a fruit netting the utmost nutrient value for extra virgin olive oil. Kefi Life extra virgin olive oil, a boundless amount of value, high in antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties, linked to good mood and improved mental health. Get your bottle of wellness today when you visit KefiLife.com. Today, I'd like to personally invite you to sign up for my Tuesday newsletter. Why? Because here I will directly communicate with you, sharing additional wellness content and promotions that our team has created for you in mind. I promise not to overload you, only further inspire you. Visit KefiLife.com today, sign up for the Tuesday newsletter, bringing you one step closer to Olakala, all is well.
Kiki Vale is the founder of Kefi Life. She is passionate about whole person wellness and living a fulfilled life. Her Kefi Life podcast is created to simply and naturally help you harmonize the mind, body, and soul the Greek way. Visit KefiLife.com and check out Kiki Vale on LinkedIn and on Twitter. Join us again next time for more positive energy and inspiration on Kefi Life.